Hello and welcome back to our video series on Power BI Basics. Today we're going to be talking about tooltips. So first, what is a tooltip? Well, tooltip is what pops up, and I just said mispronounced tooltip there. Oh, a tooltip is what pops up when you roll over a visual. So in this case, the store and the amount that's currently showing when I'm over FAMA is a tooltip. And if you're interested in taking a look at the file that I'm in, I always forget to say this, I'll have a link to download this file from Microsoft in the video description. But anyway, going back to tooltips, tooltips are what pop open when you roll over here. Tooltips can be both text as well as other report pages. So for example, right here is a net sales tooltip that they have, or Microsoft has gone ahead and designed. So when we roll over net sales, what we can do is we can actually pull up that tooltip, or at least you should be able to. There we go. So if we go right here, for example, there's OneNote, here's Word, here's Power BI, so on and so forth. So that's a tooltip. All right, well, how do we create one? Well, in order to create a tooltip, you typically can set what the tooltip is down here, or by going into the formatting pane and then searching tooltip. So in this case, we have tooltip, and I spelled tooltop. We have tooltips turned on. The tooltip type is going to be a report page, and then it's going to be setting the page to net sales tooltip. And you can also set it to auto. So when you create a tooltip page, you actually define the metric that tooltip is for, and so if it's on auto, that's what it'll pop for, but you can also explicitly set it. So in this case, what they've gone ahead and done is they've turned on tooltips for this visual, and they've set it to a report page. When you roll over, there you go, there's a tooltip. So how do you create a tooltip page? Well, first, it's as simple as just creating a new page, right? Then once you have your new page, you then need to go into page information, and you need to change the page type to a tooltip page type. Right here is where you can set the metric for auto. So for example, if you wanted this to pop up to net sales, you can go ahead and do this, and then you can change the canvas dimension, because if you notice this is a very square page, right? You can change it from right here to custom, and then you can set a custom pixel length. So for example, if I wanted to set a tooltip with a multi-road card, what I could go ahead and do right here is I could populate this in, and I could go back over to that visual we had here, net sales, and when I click on it, right, I can go ahead and I can switch the tooltip to the one I just made, and I just spelled tooltop again, so I can go tooltip, and I could set it down to page 1. And now when I roll over, it's going to, or at least it should have, oh, I set the help tooltip. So if I go down here and I set the tooltip down to page 1, when I go over here, here it is popping up. Now, when you do this rollover, what it does is it passes the filters through to the tooltip page. So it's always important to remember kind of that you're passing the filter context. The other thing I just wanted to briefly kind of touch on was what I accidentally set before. So that's the help tooltip. This is a header icon, which is, header icons are something we just made a video about yesterday. But this is a header icon that you can turn on, and then you can put, for example, a metric definition on it. So when people roll over, it provides them some context. All right, so that is tooltips in Power BI. Let's cover what we learned. So tooltips are what appear when you roll over a visual or metric in a Power BI dashboard. Tooltips can be either text or it can be a report page. 3, if you set it to a report page, the filter context in the visual is passed to the report page. And if you define the page itself as a tooltip, you can also set the measure that it would default down to and set custom sizes. Do you have any other questions about tooltips? Let me know down in the comments. I do read quite a few of them, and if you're interested in learning more about Power BI, subscribe. At the moment, I'm currently releasing a daily video, and I believe this is a video 49 of the series. Thank you for watching.